Hi guys, so my name is Shaquetta, and as you guys already know, I'm going to be giving you some pointers and tips on how to pass the NASM CPT exam. So I actually was not planning on making a video, but then I had some interesting experiences and I kind of just wanted to let you guys know what to expect so that you guys don't go through the same thing I went through. So when I took the exam for the first time, initially I failed, okay? See, I failed. And then a week later, I scheduled to take the exam and then I passed. So I'm gonna try not to make this video too long, but you guys are definitely gonna wanna stay tuned for the entire video because I have some really good information that I wanna give you guys. So when I failed the exam, they actually gave me a printout. And it basically showed the different domain percentages on the test. So the test has 6 different domains, and it told me what the percentages would be that make up the test. So if that didn't make sense, because it kind of didn't make sense, an example would be one of the domains is program design. So basically that would be like 20% of the test. So that really lets you know what you need to study in order for you to pass, okay? And I'm gonna give you all of that information right now. The first domain is gonna be basic and applied science and nutritional concepts. That's gonna make up 17% of the final exam, okay? So you're gonna need to know the movements of the muscles, adduction, abduction, flexion, extension, concentric, eccentric, and isometric. You're also going to need to know the recommended intake for protein, carbs, fat, and water. Really make sure that you guys know that, okay? The second domain is going to be assessments. That's going to make up 18% of the test. And you're going to need to know your overactive and underactive muscles, postural imbalances, and why a specific assessment is preferred, and subjective and objective information. Domain number 3 is going to be program design, and that's going to make up 21% of the test. That's definitely more than the other domains that I've already mentioned. So there's a decent amount of questions in that area, so you really want to make sure you're familiar with it. But you're definitely going to need to know the acute variables, which is the rep tempos, the rest intervals, the sets, and the intensity. For each stage of the op model. And again, guys, the op model is very crucial. You want to make sure that you understand that like in and out, like the back of your hand, because all of the questions on the final exam, or really just everything in the book, all revolves around the op model. So if you don't understand that, you're not going to understand anything, and you're not going to be able to answer any of the questions correctly. So make sure you understand that one. You're going to need to know exercises for each stage in the op model. So you need to know your stabilization exercises, strength exercises, and power exercises. The flexibility continuum, and what the goals are for each stage in the op model. So like an example would be for phase 5, which is power, what's the goals for that phase, and it'll be rate of production. That's just an example. So for domain 4, exercise techniques and training, that's going to be 22% of the exam. So that's the actual highest percentage domain. So the most questions came from that. And it's going to be progression and regression for all exercises. That was one of the biggest things on the test, guys. And remember, I took the test 2 times. So on both times that I took it, yeah, study it, guys, study it. Recommended cues, appropriate exercise for people with hypertension or pregnant woman, and resistance training systems, so single set, pyramid, superset, drop set, circuit training, and split routine. Definitely want to know those. Domain 5 is going to be client relationships. That's going to make up 12% of the test. And you want to know the stages of change. Domain 6 is going to be professional development and responsibility. That's going to make up 10% of the test. And you want to know the advantages and disadvantages of being an independent contractor. Things like that is what you're going to want to know for that. Now, those last 2 domains, that's 10 and 12% of the test. So that's like a total of what, 22%? So those aren't really big on the test whatsoever. Actually, to be completely honest, if you take your practice exams for those domains, the same exact questions that was on the practice exam was on the final for both times that I took it. So I definitely recommend for those areas, just take the practice test a couple times until you get all the questions right, because those are the questions that you're going to see. Other things that you're going to need to know, I just didn't know what category to place them in, is going to be stroke volume, cardiac output, blood flow through the heart rate zones, anatomic location. So you're going to want to know sagittal transfers, frontal, posterior, anterior, all that good stuff. And you want to know your acronyms. Acronyms is going to be FIT and SMART goals. You want to make sure that you guys know that, okay? One of my biggest tips, honestly, guys, is to make sure that you take the practice tests a couple of times. Take it more than once, twice, and actually take them until you can get up to like a 90% with no troubles, basically. Because a lot of those questions you're gonna see. Another big tip that I have, I don't know if you guys are anything like me. I go to the gym a lot already, so when I was reading the book, when I was seeing like simple exercises, I was making sure that I understood what phase they belong to, basically, but I didn't actually take the time to read the techniques because to me, I felt like they're pretty self-explanatory. But that's probably why I felt the first time. You guys want to make sure that you're actually reading everything in the book. So these safeties and the techniques, make sure that you guys actually take the time to read everything on the page. That will really help you out because it definitely asks questions about those little texts that you probably ran past. So that's pretty much what you have to do for you to be able to pass your NASM exam. If you guys have any questions at all, make sure that you comment below and I'll make sure that I do answer all of them. And also, if you felt this video was helpful, definitely give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of good stuff coming as it relates to fitness, so definitely stay tuned and make sure that you subscribe, guys, and hit the like button. But good luck to all of you guys on your exam. Good luck to you guys with your new careers once you do pass, because you're gonna pass. We're thinking positive. You guys are gonna pass, especially if you take the information I gave you, study that. I guarantee you're gonna pass. You're gonna freaking pass. And I'll also make sure that I put everything that I went over in this video in the description below.